And we welcome you courtside here in Long Beach, California. This is the main event of the afternoon. As the Las Vegas Ramblers take on the New Jersey Freedom, a battle of the heavyweights, 2 years in the making. They didn't play at all last year, and well, they step on the court as two of the favorites to win the 2023 NVA Cup. Regular season, well, New Jersey has not lost in the regular season since to the Las Vegas Ramblers at the end of the 2021 campaign. Las Vegas comes into this one 2-1. New Jersey is 3-0. And to set the scene, let's send it to the third man on our crew. That's Noah Chast.
Thank you, Ira. The New Jersey Freedom, as always, not really taking themselves too seriously. Before the game, they went thrift store shopping to get some pregame outfits and put a little montage on their Instagram. I highly recommend you check that out. But in terms of strategy, Coach Carlo Edra telling me they want to focus on their side, but on the other side of the net, they're going to be targeting someone in serve receive. He didn't tell me who, but I think we can assume they're going to mean Felix Chapman, the right side, turn outside. And they said, if he didn't get enough serve receive reps in practice, we'll be getting them now. Now, in terms of their lineup, they're going to go with some of their shorter guys, with Ian Cap on the outside and with Tom Burrell in the middle, saying he wants to outspeed them over there. Now, for the Ramblers, just a couple notes from Miguel Monterola, the head coach. They're going to see a little bit of Baby John, as they call him, or Jonathan Carlson. He might not be starting, but they're going to involve him heavily, maybe trying to match them with that speed that Baby John has. And their game plan really is to slow down at number 11, Jared Ray. But this one is shaping up to be quite a battle between these two juggernauts. Ira?
Thanks, Noah. Of course, juggernauts who don't see each other very often, so we have been waiting for this for a while. He's Nick England. I'm Ira Thor. We thank you for joining us here at Long Beach City College. Second of 4 matches today, but this is the one we certainly have been waiting for. Last time, again, New Jersey lost was to the Ramblers and the Tyrants on the same day in the final event of the 2021 regular season. We'll see if they can keep their 13-match regular season unbeaten streak going. On the court for the Las Vegas Ramblers, Eric Beatty's got the ball in his hands. He's one of the outsides. He'll be joined on the outside by number 18, Felix Chapman. Setting is Gert Leisha. The right side, the man of the match earlier this weekend, Jalen Penrose, number 10. And in the middle, Kaveen Vaz, number 21. And Max Chamberlain, the former Pepperdine standout, who made his debut this weekend. And the libero today is number 4, Emmett Enriquez. For New Jersey, as Noah mentioned, we're going to have Ian Cap, who was only in service involvement in the victory earlier this weekend. Well, Cap on the outside, he'll be joined alongside Tim Ferreter. Sam Schuldenberg's the libero. The right side is Jared Ray. Jared Ray had 24 kills in the 3-set victory to start this event. In the middle, Tom Burrell, number 18, and Matt Seifert, and of course, Matt Elias, some of the most reliable hands in the league, number 13, who serves it away. That cannot be picked off the floor by Ferreter. Your initial impressions in this match, Nick, we've been waiting for it. Will it live up to the expectations?
I think it absolutely will. You look at the side, both of these teams really have well-developed systems, very good blocking scheme on the side of Freedom, but a lot of physicality in the offense. Bringing in Max Chamberlain, who just finished his season over in the Bundesliga, playing with the Netzhoppers. You've got, of course, Felix Chapman, Penrose. Penrose already got shut down in that first swing. Didn't like quite the set location. He and Gert Leisha had a little talk about it, but a nice swing off the high hands there from Cap before rotating back. You know these teams are going to be throwing haymakers, but shorter outsides. You want to see how to deal with a big boy block? Watch Ian Cap all match long. He won't be aiming for the court. It's all about high hands all day long.
And unleashes an ace. Ian Cap, Eric Beatty says, my bad, but I don't think there's too many guys on the court in the league who will be ready for that missile.
Nope, that's why Ian Cap's been notorious as one of the most feared servers for the past 3 seasons. Doesn't matter what squad he's on, whether it's Freedom, Chicago Untouchables, or the original Tennessee Tyrants. His serving prowess, definitely well known.
And he gets back-to-back and shares the wealth amongst the outsides. Beatty and Chapman both the victims.
Emmett Enriquez shaking in his boots, hoping he's not next.
As Bill Goldberg used to say in the WWE, you're next. And he was, but he was ready for it off of the tape. Cap with the dig. They go A little miscommunication there between Ray and Elias. And that one off the hands. Chapman gets the result for the first time.
Yeah, that set definitely was intended for Cap, but a little bit of miscommunication. Ray wanted to make sure it did not go down without a swing.
Cap gives a thumbs up there to Elias. Of course, Ian Cap and Jared Ray were teammates for a bit at Kane University in New Jersey. Know each other well. Hand the ball to Gert Lisha, formerly from USC. Matt Seifert, the Penn State standout, buries it.
So far, the serve receive very steady for Team Freedom, doing a nice job there. And spread offense, you know, we saw against the Wild a very good bunch block that was set up that was really slowing down the middle for San Diego Wild, and right now not showing to be any issue for Freedom.
And a quick return fire by Max Chamberlain. This is going to be some big boy volleyball today. Got to get ready to get some hands on these attacks, or well, rallies are going to be very, very short today, Nick.
Yeah, a lot of big boy swings, so it's going to be quick points if you're not able to get hands in front of it.
None bigger than this man, Felix Chapman, the MVP, most outstanding player of the NVA last year. Good pass by Schuldenberg, and Ferreter misses wide.
Two of the three former Dallas Tornado players that have remained in the league, Sam Schuldenberg, Felix Chapman, and also Joseph Grosh, who was not here this weekend on the Texas Tyrants. Those are the only three players remaining from the now departed Tornadoes. So interesting to see former teammates going after each other, and going after each other they are. Ace for Chapman off of the platform of Schuldenberg.
And this is an interesting matchup, right? Because they practice together. Chapman knows Schuldenberg's weaknesses. Schuldenberg knows Chapman's. And we'll see how they're able to kind of play those against each other today. Wow. Ferreter somehow passes that from the back row. Cap gets the touch. So we are going to have, I believe, our first challenge here.
Challenge on a back row attack. We'll have to get the cameras going on this one. Right there you see Pat Bradley, one of the most notorious and well-known of our officiating crews. You know, if he's on the court, you got a good one, and we're in good hands.
The notorious PB?
Yes, sir. Now, that's a pretty clear shot, looking very good there.
We saw that in the last match, in the Tyrants-Pythons match. Pythons challenged a back row attack, and the video evidence was pretty clear, just as it was there. In fact, Ian Cap looks like there, Nick, has about 3 inches of space to work with.
Yeah, Ira, looks like Cap is well clear, and Ian Cap, one of those players where, while the rest of his team is a little bit goofy and takes things pretty unseriously, he is a player you can tell when he is locked in. He had that look in his eyes, similar to the lofty comparison, but a Kobe-esque, where all business in warm-ups, you know he was going to be the X factor in this game. And you can tell he's a guy where it means something to play a team like this and to get that win. And he's been firing from the gate.
Definitely has. Not wasting any time at all. Time to see if the NVA newcomer Jared Ray can do any work from the service line.
And he does. Third ace already in this opening set. Cross-up between Chapman and Emmett Enriquez.
Doing a nice job attacking the seams right now. They're getting the Ramblers serve-receive line moving kind of outside their body. And we talked a little bit about John Carlson before. This is something that he might help come in and lock down as this match progresses.
Already one challenge gone for Las Vegas. That is wide by Ray. Remember, you got 3 to use over the course of the first 4 sets, so the Ramblers are going to have to be a little bit more deliberate in what they challenge from here on out. All right, here's Max Chamberlain out of Pepperdine to serve. Tom Burrell buries it. Now, Tom Burrell, the former Stevens Duck, team that just won the D3 National Championship for the 2nd time a few weeks ago. He's one of 3 former Stevens players on this roster on the court today, along with Tim Ferrier and Chris Vaughn, who's in the lineup but out of the match. Burrell tries to stick it right back. It's going to come over. They leave it for Cap. Oh, nearly goes head hunting on Gert Leisha.
Not nearly. That hit him square in the face. That lit him up good. He's feeling that one well and done right now. Wow. At this level of play, that's one where you're making sure the guy's okay. That was full face shot, left side of his face, caught him right in the center.
Ferrier, server, too long. New Jersey's lead, now just 2, but the Freedom have looked pretty good so far, and Las Vegas cannot afford to be playing back on their heels on this serve receive.
No, certainly not. And this is one of those that you have to wonder, though. If the ace and the service pressure in general dies down from Freedom, this match seems to really change quickly. So is Freedom able to maintain that, or what will the status be?
And we got a pretty good replay of that ball that caught Gert Leisha on the left side of the face, and he'll need an ice pack later.
Yeah.
Jalen Penrose nearly got an ace out of the first one from the back row. It is Ray of Sunshine.
Freedom has a good sense early on that the back row attack is a critical part of attacking this blocking scheme. Getting Kaveen Vaz moving a little bit back and forth and making a decision. Are you going to respect the back row or Matt Seifert?
And that is the 4th ace for New Jersey. Already 2 for Cap, 1 for Ray. Now Tom Burrell gets involved in the ace party. Reach out and stuff someone. Matt Seifert shuts the door.
That's a massive one-on-one block there, getting the advantage over Kaveen Vaz.
And the lead in set number 1 swells to 4 as Burrell serves again. And then go back here to Eric Beatty. Hands on it for New Jersey. They look for Cap, and they get stuffed right back at them. Kaveen Vaz working there with Gert Leisha for the tandem.
Got to feel a little bad for Ian Cap. Matt Seifert's the one that pokes the bear with Kaveen Vaz, and then Kaveen wants one back and takes it out on Cap on the outside.
Yeah. Las Vegas certainly very capable of getting involved in the blocking scheme. That's going to be one way to slow New Jersey down, but they're not afraid. They'll keep attacking. And this time, tooling the triple block barely. Playing on fire there, perhaps, is Ian Cap. But he always finds a way to get it done. For a guy his size to be annually among the kill leaders in the league, he's just suave back there.
He really is. He's just one of the most complete players in the league. But there's Penrose, smooth operator down the line. Catches Schuldenberg. We've seen that a couple times where Schuldenberg sometimes makes the read and he's already moving. And the ball catches where he was, not now where he is. So can't really blame him. That ball's moving with some solid pace, but Penrose taking good advantage all the same.
Here is Kaveen Vaz. Good pass by Ferrier. They go to Ray. Vaz with a stab at it, and the joust. Chapman swinging away, that's blocked back. You're going to go to Chapman again with the dump there. And then Seifert on the joust got the final ball.
A lot of high-level IQ and awareness there. Seifert on your screen knew exactly where he was, finds that zone 4 quick throwdown there, and beats the hands of Max Chamberlain getting to the net.
Back to Cap, already 2 aces stuck down the Ramblers, and that's too long. Nearly takes out our photographer.
Earlier, Noah talked a little bit about that locked-in look, and anyone that's seen this one in Felix Chapman's eyes knows it's the exact same. He's not taking this lightly, and he has zero intention of dropping a second loss this season.
And this is certainly about pride now. Both these teams are going to be playing deep into the postseason. Vegas comes in with 7 points. New Jersey with 9, and we reach our technical timeout in game number 1. 15-11 lead for New Jersey in a battle of the behemoths. Back here courtside after the first set technical timeout. Let's send it to the third man on our crew, Noah Chast, for some insight.
Ira, 2 messages on that Ramblers sideline, one coming from Coach Miguel, that being, hey, they're getting us in serve receive, right? We need to calm down that first contact and get ourselves in system. The other one coming from Max Chamberlain in the middle. He was telling his team, when we're out of system, let's simplify the set selection, give a high ball up there. Let's not try and go any quicker, go tempo, because this Freedom team is so quick with their block. We know we're the bigger team. Let's just slow it down and let our guys hit over their block or off.
Great insight there, Noah. Thank you for that, and you're right about it. They are maybe not the bigger team all the way around, but they definitely have the ability to jump. They can leap. But so can Tom Burrell, who goes headhunting himself.
Tom Burrell might be one of those undersized middles, but we looked at his efficiency numbers across the season last year, and he was by far one of the most impressive and earned himself all NVA middle honors, the second middle, if I recall correctly, him and Nick West, with Matt Knigge, of course, getting the NVA MVP All-Star at the end of the season there. But Burrell was definitely not anyone to be slept on.
And he might be a little undersized for a middle compared to some of the other guys who played the position, but he's as smart, cerebral as any middle in this league. He knows how to play the position. They're going to leave it here for Ray. When that's stuffed wide, Chamberlain and Beatty had the hands there, but it just wide of the sideline right in front of team owner Justin Beaumont.
Schuldenberg was out of bounds right on that line because he'd crossed all the way through to pick up that first ball. It almost hit him out of bounds, but gave him a great vantage point that ball was, in fact, out.
And of course, if it caught him out of bounds, it would have been a point for the Ramblers on the block. Here's Ray. Left it short. Lead is still 4 for New Jersey, who've been seemingly in control in this first set largely due to their service pressure. We're going to have a substitution for Las Vegas. Chamberlain will come out, and we'll see Jonathan Carlson out of Concordia Irvine come in as the service substitution.
Fresh off of his first international season where he was over in Portugal. He and the libero Ryan Manugian, both on different teams, but both in Portugal this past season.
And got the New Jersey bounce there. So Tim Fairder looks up. You got plenty of room to toss the ball, young man. Clearance here is probably about 80 to 90 feet.
Definitely got some space, that is for sure.
Obviously, he's looking up to see where the light pattern is, but we are appreciative of the fact that we have so much clearance space. As that one comes over on one, and Kavin Vaj just pops it back into a useful spot.
Good touch by Burrell to slow it down, but still just too much firepower coming that way. Now +3 for the side of Freedom. Still some time here for Ramblers to mount a comeback, but they definitely got to get some foot on the gas right now.
Penrose has already got 2 kills. Now he's got an ace for his company.
And that's going to get a timeout called, I think, here from the side of Team Freedom. There it is. Coach Carlo Edra not wanting to let Penrose warm up from the back line at all. 16-18 down by 2 for the Las Vegas Ramblers. We'll be right back.
New Jersey's still in front, but now Penrose has a chance to slice this to 1. Not there, as he is iced. That one too long. But New Jersey's lived on the aces so far. After that one by Penrose, that's now 3 for Vegas. Don't sleep on their service game. So we'll have a substitution here. Burrell will be swapped out for Matt Buffum to serve. Buffum with the ace-em. Wow. Did not expect him to come off the bench and rip an ace immediately, but Carlo Edra knows his personnel. Better pass from Beatty this time. And then Penrose catches the middle Buffum.
Buffum is someone that we've talked about quite a bit throughout his time in this league as a guy that has the ability to extend serving rallies. Not only does he serve well, but he plays great back row defense as a middle. So he is notorious for getting that +1, +2. A little rally for himself. We see one there. Good call by Edra.
It's a pass by Ferreira, tooling the block and taking out our Mikasa sign. Mikasa, the official ball of the NVA. So here's Matt Seifert, all-star setter last year for New Jersey. And Felix Chapman quickly answers. And we talked about that dream regular season last year for New Jersey. Unfortunately, they did not have, as Spencer Andrews will come in here to serve for Kavin Vaz, they did not have Elias or Ian Cap available for the championship weekend, and it completely changed the dynamic. They were actually very fortunate to get by the Dallas Tornadoes and Felix Chapman in 5 sets, went 15-12 in the 5th in the quarterfinals last year, and then their luck ran out as they lost to the Stunners in 4 sets in the semifinals and to the Tyrants in 3 sets in the 3rd place match. This year, as Seifert puts that down, they'll be available one way or another should Freedom be in the playoffs, which I think nobody doubts.
Come out.
22-18, Vegas down 4, wants to discuss. So we'll take a timeout as well. New Jersey up by 4. So New Jersey is 3 points away from taking the all-important first set. And they'll hand the ball to the guy who's largely responsible for them being in this spot. Ian Cap already 2 aces to his credit. And a third. The tape monster gets him as it falls in front of both Beatty and the setter Gert Lisha. 3 aces, 3 kills for Cap here in this first set. And New Jersey now 2 away from taking a 1-0 lead as they do some court maintenance here as the guys hit the floor. Over on 1, well covered by Schuldenberg. Quickly, they go to Jared Ray, but he is shut down. Felix Chapman takes the freedom to Rejection City.
Right now, the massive difference, both teams throwing haymakers, but the service pressure just a little bit stronger from the side of the Freedom.
Jared Ray has taken the NVA by storm. He's probably been our top newcomer this year, but he hasn't met anybody like Felix Chapman yet. And they haven't met anybody like Matt Seifert, who teams with Tim Ferreter for the stuff down. Third block for Seifert, and New Jersey has 5 set points. The big man back to serve. Chamberlain able to snake it through.
Good help there from Jared Ray. The right side block stepping in means he's got a good read, and they think that in that rotation, Eric Beatty, third option, they're willing to give up a quick ball to the outside and see if they can help out in the middle. Good move, but Chamberlain's was better.
Felix Chapman already got a couple aces to his credit. Set point number 2. They leave it for Ian Cap, and he finds the line for game number 1, which belongs to New Jersey. Team Freedom with the win, 25-20, and they lead this big-time matchup 1-0. Game 2 coming up live here from Long Beach City College when we return. impressive first set for the New Jersey Freedom. Las Vegas looking for some answers. We're going to send it over to the third man on our crew, Noah Chast, standing by with the head coach for the Las Vegas Ramblers.
Going the way of the Freedom, Coach. What was your message to your team just now?
You know, we looked a little tense. I mean, we definitely got to take care of the first contact. That's going to give us a chance to stay in system. And I feel that it's still, like I said last time, it's growing pains. You know, we're going to start Baby John right now, so I think that's going to make a few changes in our match. So we'll see how it goes.
A lot of big boy volleyball going on at the net. How do you get more points on your side as opposed to theirs?
Once again, we got to take care of the first contact. I mean, we got 7 receiving errors that are contact, 3 shanks, giving them a chance to just score a few more points. They're doing a very good job serving down the line, so I got to give credit to Freedom, but we'll adapt and we'll come through.
Best of luck, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
6 service aces for those Freedom in that first set. Got to adapt here on the Rambler side. Guys.
Thank you, Noah, and thanks to head coach Miguel Monterola for that between set interview. And they are starting John Carlson here on the first serve. See if New Jersey can keep it going. And they're saying, I believe, that Gert Leisha was into the net, so that will go over to New Jersey's side as they get the free point. They'll hand it to Elias. Your thoughts on that first set, Nick? What you saw, what you liked, what you didn't like?
Well, I loved the service pressure that we saw from Freedom. They were very clear with their intention. Target Felix Chapman, and it's something that's working here once again. The goal being that Carlson going to be in there as that very defensive-styled 0-2 alongside Emmett, and they're going to see if, you know, those two can kind of run a 70 to 80% of the court serving rotation. You can see that Chapman has Emerson next to him there. So Chapman balls on hands only like that, but they're going to have to pull that back together if they want to get this going their way. Freedom looks very much in system right now.
Did you see that stutter step by Cap just to stop on a dime off the backside from Schulderberg? So textbook by Cap there. Elias picked up his first ace on the play before that. That's the 7th for New Jersey. Elias led New Jersey to a 62% hitting percentage as their setter in game 1. And that is wide by Vaz. And New Jersey has built a 4-0 lead here in this second set. And we're seeing the time that these guys spend in the gym practicing. They practice together more than perhaps any team in the league. Paying off.
Certainly is. The offensive woes of the Ramblers continue. And that's a big swing there. Nice set from Gert Leisha, getting that ball all the way aired out. Talked a little bit more to Max Chamberlain's point halfway through the first set. Guys out of system, air it out, let us swing. Penrose, Chapman, 2 of the biggest arms. You just got to give them a chance.
3rd kill for Chapman and only 5 swings. Only 5 swings. Think about that. Not getting him the ball. He's got to have opportunities if Vegas is going to win this match. Here's a chance. Chamberlain plays it. Chamberlain swinging away, and he sticks it past Seifert. We can't believe it. He thought he had it closed out.
Yeah, Gert Leisha really had to better that ball. Chamberlain put him tight on the net, behind him on his back foot. Didn't leave a lot of options, a little bit of a gimme pass. So, yeah, maybe a potential dump there from the 6'6" product out of USC, but able to connect all the same.
3rd kill for Chamberlain. Vaz, your server. Jared Ray misses long.
A little bit of a discussion there from the side of Team Freedom. Hey, are we looking to challenge this? But that high line swing not quite connecting there for Jared Ray. And that one's going to go long. Penrose not sticking any extra extremities out of the way there to get caught.
Great pass by Schuldenberg. They leave it for Cap. Reach out and stuff someone. Chapman and Chamberlain.
Well, quick credit here to Kaveen Vaz, someone that can be what I call a bit of a coin flip server at times. Really struggles to find the court at times. Meanwhile, when he's in, he looks exactly like he does now, and he puts pace on the ball. Freedom is definitely a bit behind the power curve here.
Left short by Vaz, right on cue.
Flips the tails on that coin, and that service run will end, but absolutely a timely run for the Ramblers. Nice little 3 to 4 point stretch there for them.
And New Jersey scored the first 4 in a row. Vegas scored the next 4. Well, Ian Cap got an ace run in his arm. Here we go. He's already got 3 today. Chapman tooling the block, so he's now getting involved. That's his 4th kill.
And that right there is the importance of John Carlson. No ace, no warm-up, Ian Cap off the line in 1 serve. Just put it up in the middle of the court. Felix Chapman will take care of the rest. It does not matter if there's 4 blockers on the other side. He is the guy to use in that out-of-system situation.
Here is Gert Leisha out of USC. And they call Sam Schuldenberg off at the last second.
That's that trick to that hybrid toss. He puts a top spin toss on it, goes to that float, and that thing gets you second guessing because he plays it into the last 4 feet of the court. You've really got to make the decision. Good communication from Freedom. Schuldenberg put his hands down, got out of the way, and takes the free point.
Leisha can't save it. And that will go down as an ace for New Jersey as that pass was into the net. That'll be their 8th.
If Leisha was front row with that pass, they'd be okay. But coming from the back row, not able to pick that one off a little low, and Carlson knows that's his to fix.
So I believe every starter has now had an ace for New Jersey.
Wow.
Right towards Matt Seifert. Here's Ray swinging away. Carlson can't handle it. Jared Ray for New Jersey. A little bit of a slow start compared to his effort on Saturday. Only his 4th kill, but he's been efficient now. 4 kills in 8 swings. Here's big Matt Seifert. They go outside to Penrose, who delivers.
One of the great parts, and also I would argue a weakness for this Ramblers squad that we saw exposed during the Matadors loss earlier this season. They know when the set's not where they want it, but their result is that they just tend to tip a lot. Well-disciplined teams pick that up, transition it into a free ball essentially, and we've seen that here multiple times. Freedom playing great base defense, even from Seifert back there, more than ready to battle.
Ferreter tries to bring it back. And then Nick England with the fair catch. An ace for Felix Chapman, his 3rd.
But we've got to see a little bit more of some swings in the out-of-system situation. Ramblers need to put Freedom on their heels a bit more, or else they're going to be dealing with too much offense coming back.
Schuldenberg better pass. They leave it for Ferreter, who gets shut down one-on-one. John Carlson takes Freedom to Rejection City.
John Carlson coming in at 6'2", running a swap block there, going to the right side. They've deemed that Ferreter is the least likely to get the set, so they're leaving Penrose on the outside to take on Ray. Great move and pays off there.
Schuldenberg does a great job with that one. Actually, I think it was Ian Cap, actually. And either way, back-to-back blocks now. This time it's Chamberlain and Penrose. And New Jersey's, they got a block party on the other side of the net they have to be concerned about.
Playing some chess here. They did the switch one time. They get Carlson, they get the block, and they think, okay, we're going to have Carlson, we'll go get him this time. But they've now flipped back Penrose in front of him. Now Penrose gets one. You gotta wonder now, are they going to play the chess game and go swap it again? Because this set's going back to Ray, and there's the swap.
Tom Burrell says enough of this nonsense.
If you're not paying attention, there is absolute chess. This is what world-class players look like. Penrose plays at some of the highest levels all over. Felix Chapman, someone that's played with Team USA a variety of times. They understand what it takes. You can't just show up and make the same blocking move. Max Chamberlain, there's a reason he's a middle in the Bundesliga. This is disciplined international volleyball at its very best, playing here on U.S. soil.
And lands it in the corner. Oh, the deposit in the bucket.
Jared Ray using every inch of the court, goes from 1 to 1 all the way and finds that last little square and says, that piece of land, that one's mine.
This land is my land. As he drops in the ace, his 2nd. From California. And a miscue on the set there between Chamberlain And the setter Gert Leisha and a free point for New Jersey as they have reclaimed the lead, scored the last 3 now. It's 11-9, and it's been a very entertaining second set.
I like the attempt conceptually, but sometimes I think when you have the options that you do, just go with the easy set there. See if you can just get Penrose or Chapman involved.
Off the tape, Chapman with the pass. Oh, Jagger in the earth. Jalen Penrose.
I'm going to double down, like I said, sometimes just make the easy set because Penrose will make you look very good, and you just got to throw a ball back. Got to say, a little selfishly here, I'm glad that someone else is getting to experience this weekend after what we had to deal with Friday night.
And that one clears a fence for a 2-run homer. We've seen some long-distance serves this weekend.
None as impressive as Zach Meyer, who was still going up 40 feet up the back wall.
That one took out a Chinese spy satellite. And Felix Chapman from the back row cements one in the earth. Shows no emotion either.
Business as usual for number 18. He expects that to be the status quo for the Ramblers offense.
Penrose to serve again. Schuldenberg doing work back there, and Tom Burrell got it. Same spot basically that the ace by Ray landed, and New Jersey's gonna keep taking it. They are giving it to them, and Tom Burrell's a smart player out there. Sharon Burrell watching at home in New Jersey, who's rooting for New Jersey in the chat. Certainly happy with that one as Tom will serve. That one is on the line, and another kill for Jalen Penrose.
Quick shout out to Sam Schuldenberg. He has been fending off some of the most absolutely insane serves with perfect passes. They are running middles off of his serve-receive line right now. Very impressive stuff. See if he can keep that up. And as you know, a newcomer to the team, wasting no time cutting his teeth, getting involved.
Cypher, that's blocked back. Kaveen Vaz showing he's still relevant in this match.
They're running the 2 Pepperdine middles here, formerly teammates Max Chamberlain, Kaveen Vaz. Fun to see them back on the court together here.
One of the best programs in the country. If you can get 2 middles that were formerly waves, you're doing pretty well for yourself. Cap with the pass. They go to Ray down the line, and he gets the touch. And New Jersey back in front. So here is Matt Elias out of Juniata College, the Juniata University now. Historically one of the top small college programs in the country. And Jalen Penrose played his college ball not too far from Juniata at Penn State. Well, those folks in University Park will be pleased with that smash.
You know, it's funny. I think most setters would kill to be in Gert Leisha's spot to have this many weapons on the court, but I can't help but sense that there's got to be some pressure because if you mess up that set, you got 3 of the other 4 hitters looking at you going, just remember, I was an option there. I was the easy option. I was ready for that one, and that's certainly a bit of pressure, but we're 14-15 all the same. Ramblers answering back after a 5-point deficit. Set number 2, we'll be right back after a quick media timeout. Don't go anywhere.
Last time that these teams faced each other was June 12th, 2021 in San Bernardino, California. It was the second event that I announced for the NVA after Nick found me on the side of the road in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Just needed to give you a place to call home.
Yeah, he picked me up like the hitchhiker I am. 5 sets that one went. Could we be going there again? How is Sam Schuldenberg still alive? They go back to Penrose, and this time goes cross court with the smash.
Man, when you talk about a match this intense, you have to hold individual points accountable. Jared Ray gave that one away. Perfect pass dig. Schuldenberg put his helmet on. You are in system for any ball. Elias was there, and Ray gave a free ball to the libero, the Ramblers, and that's what happens when you make a mistake like that. No point opportunity back for you.
15-all, Gerlisha, your server. Schuldenberg with the pass, leave it to Seifert, who gets shut down by Chapman in the middle.
Yeah, again, we talked about chess in the block scheme. Where were they? Felix Chapman in the middle. What does that mean? Max Chamberlain on the left side. Not only is this scary because it's Chapman in the middle, but Chamberlain plays pins well. He's trained with the Ramblers last offseason as well. He was playing outside at times.
Has a scary front row right now with Penrose, Chapman, and Chamberlain. Sent over here. Can New Jersey capitalize? They leave it for Ray. Carlson looking for Penrose with the windmill. Ferreter sticks it through for a much-needed side out.
Every guy right now, front row, is out of position. Their outside is blocking right, middle. Their opposite's blocking left, and their middle's blocking right. And it still looks like one of the scariest blocks. 16s apiece.
So here is Seifert. Pushes Burrell back to the front. Behind, Felix Chapman still makes something out of it, and Burrell, the quick whip for the kill.
Didn't quite see what happened there. It looked like John Carlson had a pretty decent ball. Maybe Gertlisha just misread it, or maybe Carlson's ball was more off target than I initially saw. Either way, a bit of a misconnect there, and that back set did not find its target with Chapman.
Nah, Chapman had to quickly pump on the brakes just to be able to make a play on it. Too long for Seifert. So we're all square now at 17 apiece. And that sends the dangerous Felix Chapman to the back row to serve, where, well, he can hurt you from there too.
Yeah.
Chapman already has 3 aces, 3 blocks, and at least 5 kills. Ferreter takes that tough pass. They leave it for Ray. And I believe that was outside the antenna.
Yep, caught the antenna on the way through. Easy call for our officials.
So the Ramblers have made adjustments here, just as Miguel Monterola promised. And they had themselves a lead by 1 late here in game 2. And Ian Cap dodges the ball for a side out. Jared Ray, who may play outside at the next event when Joe Norman returns. I mean, there's so many weapons here. You still got Tim Ferreter and Chris Vaughn. Felix Chapman doing bad things. God. Told you it could hurt you from anywhere. Set him in the parking lot and see what happens.
Wow.
Max Chamberlain, your server. Jared Ray, but right for Chapman. Can the Ramblers capitalize? Two-handed throw down won't fall. And then Ray gets the bounce. Off of the hands of Vaz and Carlson.
A little bit of a discussion right now. A little bit of discussion right now, what constitutes a net, as I think they saw Ray into the net, but I think he was hitting the equipment.
And the equipment's legal, the net is not. Too long.
Noah's got more insight. I'd love to hear what Noah's take was on this one. I'm not reading the smoke signals over here. We'll see if we can get a quick mic on him. One moment here. And
here's Jalen Penrose to serve. Left it short. It's now 20-20. Substitution here. Matt Buffum, who's already unleashed an ace today, will come in for Tom Burrell, who also has an ace today.
Yeah, Nick, so it looks like the discussion was there may be two things they were questioning on that play. When Penrose set the ball over, it looked like there might have been a net contact on the Freedom on the outside. Then after that stuff by Elias and Seifert, my goodness. The other question they had was on that Jared Ray cutter that rolled over the net and dropped. They thought he might have been over it, so there was two plays on that in that one sequence that they were questioning. Decided not to challenge either one.
gotcha. Well, there it is. Perfect vision from Noah. Appreciate the feedback.
And an ace, the second one. Matt Buffum off the bench, paying dividends. Carlo Edger playing his own version of chess, but it's behind the service line. And the lead is 2. And Las Vegas doesn't have an answer. They'll call a timeout. 2-point lead for New Jersey when we return. Back here, and it is Buffum serving again. 2-point lead for New Jersey. Penrose sticking out the wing was Ferreter, and Penrose now that is, I believe, 9 kills for him as they reverse the Burrell sub. Huge point coming up. It's a 1-point lead for New Jersey. John Carlson will serve. Will they tie it, or will New Jersey push towards the end here in game 2? Good pass by Ferreter. Ray from the back row got a touch. Carlson tried to pull his hands back. I don't think it was him. I think that was
it was
in the middle.
It was Kaveen Vaz's hands that saw it. Carlson thought that he didn't see the touch. That's one that's coming at you so fast, so you make the decision very, very early.
Elias over on one, and yep, it will fall in. Ian Cap doing some disco dancing. His team has set points to work with.
Man, the fact that he found the corner, he was off kilter below the net looking for a prayer, but he found it in zone 1, which has been the bane of the Ramblers' existence thus far.
And just long by New Jersey. They thought momentarily that was it.
That was a very confident leave.
We're gonna have a service substitution here for Las Vegas, and we will see the other Thor, Jacob Vanderbeek, come in here for Kaveen Vaz. We'll see if Vanderbeek can get his team a little bit closer, down 2. Some service pressure here. Give us some late drama in game number 2. They go to Ray. And that's that in game number 2. Freedom was tested, but Freedom outlasts the Ramblers, and they lead 2-0 here in Long Beach. Nick, this has been a special treat so far. Do the Ramblers have an answer? We're going to find out what that looks like when we return for game number 3. And back here courtside, he's Nick England. I'm Ira Thor. Third man on our crew is Noah Chast, and he'll send it over to Carlo Edra with some insight on what Ray and company are thinking going into Game 3.
Thank you so much, Ira. Coach Carlo Edra. Coach, your game plan to execute on the service line to target some people, how do you feel that's been going so far in those first 2 set wins?
I think we're doing a good job. I think, we miss it every now and then, but that's just volleyball. We just got to keep the serve going, and every time they try to kind of close their gaps with that serve receive guy, the passer, then we'll move the ball around. Like, no matter what they try to do, we're going to try our best to kind of counter. We're playing chess right now, and I love these kinds of games.
I want to ask you about Jared Ray. This is easily the highest level of competition he's played against, and we're seeing some uncharacteristic errors compared to what he's been like in these first few matches. How do you get him more confident in a better groove?
I think right now, we're noticing that they're starting to move some guys around just so they can get that matchup. Jared's going to be fine. If he's struggling a little bit, we get the other guys involved. Like I always say, we trust in everybody on our team, and once those guys start to, relieve the pressure from Jared will start getting some windows to hit through.
Love to see that confidence and trust from your coach, Carlo Edra of the New Jersey Freedom. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Noah. And, Jared Ray, this is the best opponents he's played against. He's still put away 8 kills so far with a couple of aces. So it's not like he's playing shabby. He's just being tested, and he's winning the test right now.
Yeah, and one of the things that we talked so much about was what was he going to look like in the in the absence of Joe Norman. But again, it is very easy to step into those roles when you have veterans like Ian Kapp. You got Matt Seifert in the middle. They are just continuing to be effective, slowing it down. Tom Burrell contributing kill after kill after kill. But again, the name of the game here, serve and pass. The service pressure and the accuracy with which they're finding Felix Chapman right now, it's the difference maker. When you have close sets, 3-4 points, and you've got 7 aces that are finding him right now, that's both sets right there.
New Jersey has 9 aces to just 3 for Las Vegas as Felix Chapman, hitting out of the middle, picks up his 7th kill.
My comment to you, Coach Monterola, when he goes down 0-2, something changes. They need ball control. John Carlson, Eric Beatty in the outside. That's Felix Chapman now playing in the middle with Kaveen Vaz. So Max Chamberlain taking a seat, and that means that Penrose still on the right side.
Ray, that's picked up there by the Ramblers. Penrose swinging away. Reach out and stuff someone. Seifert and Ray to downtown.
And I don't disagree with this. We're not seeing the offensive production from Chapman on the pins, whether it be his fault or just where the set selection goes. This still leaves you a massive option on the court with Penrose, but gets your passing locked down. Beatty, another 6'8" option, not shabby himself. See if they can kind of build up a little bit of that confidence and maybe put the pressure back on Freedom. It's a very logical move. I like this move. It maybe feels like it goes against some of the grain, but when you're down 0-2 and Freedom's throwing haymakers, something has to change. We saw it yesterday with the Stingers. Can they do it here now?
By the way, that block for Seifert's his 5th already. First time Ray's gotten involved, but he's getting more comfortable out there, as we see with that smart swing into the back 5. I think he had about 3 or 4 feet of the court still to work with, too. So a lot of real estate to pick apart did Jared Ray, who now has 9 kills. He leads New Jersey. As that will fall in.
Kaveen Vaz knows Matt Seifert back in that zone 4 defense, zone 5 defense there, and easy decision. Swing every ball at the big man. Seifert makes some good defensive moves, but a full swing at you is a little different than digging a ball off the block.
Eric Beatty didn't play offensively in the last set. He's only had 2 attacks so far in this match. But he's a capable server. We'll see if he can get something going here for the Ramblers as they lead 3-2. Now it leaves that short. And we're seeing the errors compile for the Ramblers without really any pressure on the serve. New Jersey's got more aces than service errors. Think about that.
That's disgusting. Normally the accepted ratio is a 1 ace to 2 errors. Generally an assumption. You've got good service pressure if you're doing that. to have more ace than errors is every team's serving dream.
Sam Schulderberg playing some dream defense there. Here's Penrose swinging away. Reach out and stuff someone. Triple block from Ray. Actually, it's Elias Ferreter and Tom Burrell leading the charge. Triple action. And New Jersey now in double figures in block points as well. Here's Ray. Carlson, enough elevation to be tracked down. He'll swing away as Carlson. And he gets the kill. Over the head is Schuldenberg, and Cap coming in late. No chance.
That's that high-level IQ you see from Carlson. High off hands, doesn't need to go bounce a ball. A little bit undersized, but definitely bringing the IQ.
First kill of the match for John Carlson. Here is Kaveen Vaz. Another good pass by Schuldenberg. They leave it. Cap with the deep push. Missed it wide.
Perfect pass. Chapman didn't even flinch on Tom Burrell. He knew if that was going into the middle of the court, it was all about Ian Cap. He was all over that one to make sure the big route was not coming at them.
That was the first non-blocking error of the match for Ian Cap. 7 kills and 11 swings. Gonna leave it for Ray, and he tools the high hands. Well executed.
A triple block on the D ball right there. Some massive respect from the side of the Ramblers. They don't want anything coming over without getting a touch on it first. Gert Leisha trying to find a defensive move, but just too much court to handle. If they don't stop that one from coming back over the net in the first place, it's going to be tough to pick up in the backcourt.
Listen, Leisha's been playing pretty well at Saturday. He's been playing well all weekend. He can't get a pass. He can't run an offense. Simple as that.
Yep, and pretty hard to get a consistent pass when you got Team Freedom bombing balls from every one of their jump servers, and then you're getting their off-speed float guys working the platforms just the way they are. This is clinical service pressure from Team Freedom.
5-5 game here in game 3. New Jersey took the first 2 sets, 25-20 and 25-22. And here is Tim Ferreter, who won a national championship at Stevens Tech in 2015 to serve. Felix Chapman blocked back. That is covered by the libero Enriquez. And then Burrell reached behind him. A rare mistake in transition there from Burrell. I think New Jersey may challenge something here as Carlo Edra and Justin Beaumont are out to have a conversation with R2 Patrick Bradley.
The conversation that I'm seeing happen, first ball comes back, and basically there was kind of a collision between Beatty and Chapman about both going for the ball, and they thought that both of them caught that second contact. So they were saying that Carlson's swinging was actually the 4th contact. I didn't see that. Going to be a tough challenge to prove, but well done for the Ramblers to get that point.
Tom Burrell swinging away after a tough pass from Schuldenberg. And Penrose will dump this high and over. Chance here for New Jersey. They leave it for Cap. And he gets shut down. Chapman and Gert Leisha unleashing a block.
That is one. I mean, Gert runs a great offense, good hands, but one of the biggest highlights, he's a 6'6" setter. He is a force in the blocking scheme. There is no mistake about that one.
Here's Cap with the stutter step. Good play there by Beatty. Penrose swinging away. That's going to reach the upper wall. Hit the scoreboard. That's how high up that went.
You're starting to see a little bit more of the extended rallies opportunities. It felt like Freedom wasn't even having points come back at them. Once they got their hand on a swing, the play was over. We haven't seen the Ramblers really extend rallies much, and now with 2 true outsides on the court, we're getting a little bit more of that. We'll see if that works for them here.
More pressure from Penrose over on one. Chapman.
Oh
crafty from the Cuban. 9-5 Vegas on top. New Jersey's gonna talk it over. A 4-point lead for Vegas in a set they have to win, down 2-0 when we return. Well, New Jersey fell behind in game number 2 and found the answers with its service game. Right now, they got to find a way to slow down the service pressure from Jalen Penrose back to serve. Misses wide. That's the second time they've called timeout with him behind the service line and immediately got an error.
Yep. Right now, you got to save those timeouts for Penrose and Chapman. With their pressure on the jump serves, you cannot let them get started. So well used. Tom Burrell going to want that one back. And right now it feels like the service pressure has completely flipped sides in terms of what we've seen here all match so far.
And we'll see if that continues here in game number 3. John Carlson to serve. That was a rare error from Burrell behind the service line. Better pass here from Ferreter. Ray with the tip. Oh, getting to his feet quickly was the libero Enriquez. Oh, and a useful spot by Tim Ferreter. He disguised it so well. Wow.
Both of our sideline teams seeing if they might have seen 4 touches there from Ramblers the first time. Didn't get called, but we got some eagle eyes over here. No one seemed to disagree.
Ferreter digs that one up and sent over by Ian Cap. Ramblers with a chance to capitalize. They run Penrose and a dagger into the corner.
Good gracious, that's an undiggable ball. 2 hands, 2 blockers in front of him, still finding that deep corner. That's just unreal.
That's a frozen rope. Ray has blocked back. Schuldenberg to Ray again. And Carlson in the deep part of the court couldn't bring it back. Ray now in double figures in kills. Surprise, surprise. And here's Ian Cap. He's already got 3 aces. Does he have another? Team down 3. Enriquez with a great pass there. Penrose swinging away. Reach out and stuff someone. Seifert and Ferreter again.
The left side blocking for Freedom has been exceptional. Ferreter really doing a nice job setting that block and allowing his middles to get over to him. They're doing a great job controlling Penrose.
Carlson nearly decapitated there. Gets it and keeps it alive. Schuldenberg looking for Ray, swinging away and drops one in the middle of the court.
Wow, to hit that straight down, obviously not with a ton of pace, but I mean a good amount of speed. He just went over that double block. The physicality, the size of Jared Ray, stepping in nicely here for the absence of Joe Norman.
And the Jersey's now trimmed it to 1. No aces for Cap, but the pressure's been absolute. And he left one short there. So a 2-point lead as the USC setter Gert Leisha. He and Chris Hall, the last 2 setters for USC. Leisha kind of handed the baton to Chris Hall, who started today and was the man of the match for the Texas Tyrants. Good pass by Schuldenberg. They're going to run Seifert, and Kaveen Vaz couldn't close it. Matt Seifert with the kill, and he will serve. 4th kill for big Matt Seifert. I believe he's the only original starter in the match without an ace for New Jersey. Here's Ray, and he misses just long. Was there a touch?
No, that one was over the top. I did not see that at all.
And New Jersey says, nah, nothing to look at.
A little bit of a dysfunctional tip there, trying to go back one to Kaveen Vaz, and a very easy tip into the middle of the court. Freedom way too ready for that one, but A disciplined block earns them the point on the way back.
Here's Beatty. Left it short.
That's 2 in a row. He's left short here in the third set. He's making his return after taking the second one off, trying Carlson out. They're going to need Beatty to start hitting that serve consistently, and he normally does. A little haphazard and uncharacteristic of him to miss those like that.
He was a breakout star last year for the Inland Empire Matadors, former Stanford product. The pass by Carlson. They go here to Penrose, off the hands into the antenna for the kill. Here's Kaveen Vaz. Felix Chapman now playing middle. Lead is 2 for Vegas. Ferreter had a stutter step for that one. Vaz down for the dig. Oh, an alert was Tim Ferreter. Dumps it straight down.
Wow. Ferreter as heads up as it gets. Chaos moments are best controlled by the most assertive player, and wonderfully done there by Ferreter. Hands steady and clean on the net.
He hasn't had to do too much today in the attack game. Just his second kill, but it came in a timely spot. And a quick answer from Carlson. John Carlson, his second kill. Both of them coming here in this set. So lead is back to 2 for Las Vegas at 15-13. And it's going to fall right in front of Sam Schuldenberg for the ace.
You want to know why they've been calling those timeouts prior to him serving, trying to cool him down? There's the reason.
Three-point lead now for Vegas. And that is going to reach the back wall. Back-to-back aces for Penrose. And Las Vegas beginning to pull away here, trying to stay alive in game number 3. Timeout, New Jersey Freedom. We'll take a timeout as well. 4-point lead for the Ramblers when we return. Back here in Long Beach, California, Ira Thor, Nick England, Noah Chast. And we are going to send it over to the sideline for a report, or no?
No, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight here. I saw.
Oh, you're the reporter.
I beat our reporters to the hot take. We're on a small delay here. Matt Elias got a cut on his pinky, so we've got a little bit of blood that he's got to make sure gets cleaned up before he makes a return. So we're on a little hiatus. I think that they called a timeout. You know, he just made sure he had enough blood that they're getting the longest timeout eligible here, using that medical timeout back-to-back. I think Carlo Edra is really just gaming the system here, but that's your the hot take from the sideline.
I mean, he is from New Jersey. If anybody knows how to game the system, it's those of us from the Great Garden State. Wow,
I want to take a
Noah is sleeping on the job here. You caught something before him.
Yeah, I know. I'm really proud of myself on that one. But I do want to take one quick step back here. I have to say something we've talked about with Ramblers for some time now, including last season, was just how much depth this team has. And it is absolutely mind-blowing to me to see that Felix Chapman, he carried that Dallas Tornadoes team. He is now on a team so deep that he is replacing a middle that plays over in Germany. They're putting him into the middle, bringing other talent into the outside, and the team still just flawlessly, seamlessly operating. Great recognition by Coach Monterola to know that the serve receive now is more important than anything. They've got enough weapons. Someone will score. That doesn't matter, but I need to play the game first. But it just speaks to how much experience they seamlessly come in and out with just a variety of weapons on the court. Also, Chapman is the one piece on this team that is brought in from external sources, so he doesn't practice. So this is all just flying by the seat of their pants to make this one happen. Everyone else definitely more used to each other on the court, but really speaking to the experience these players have.
And if you take a look at Matt Elias's hand, he's got a healthy dose of tape wrapped around those fingers. We'll see if it impacts him. And I think Noah has some insights for us.
Yeah, I know you mentioned it, but that tape, he has no idea where the cut came from. He says he wasn't sure if it was a blister, if it was a tear, what it was. But he said it's certainly going to be difficult for him to set with, so that's a factor to pay attention to going on throughout this match, having that tape right in the middle of one of his hands.
Thanks for that, Noah.
Interesting, it's on his palm. I thought it was on his pinky. Yeah, palm is not the
Right
place to
there
have.
in the palm.
Oh.
He even said to me, he said, this will make setting difficult. So
Good serve there. Comes back over. And I already saw the impact there for Elias on that last try. Penrose draws New Jersey into the net, and the Ramblers are running away with this set now, 19-13. Looking like we're going to a game 4.
Well, I alluded to it earlier when you see this kind of wake-up call. I mentioned it last night on air when I was with Noah. Is this the part of the game where we see the reverse sweep kick in, or does Freedom have an answer back?
I think New Jersey's a better team than Chicago. So reverse sweep's going to be really, really difficult. As that one dug up by Enriquez. Penrose drops it in front of Ray.
While I don't disagree with your assessment of the two teams, unfortunately, that's not the only thing that matters. What also matters is the strength of the opponent that they're against. And I don't think you can draw an equivalency between the Stingers and the Ramblers either. So, it's just going to have to see if they've got that grit. And we've talked about how great this Freedom team is perennially, but they look even better this season. So this is going to be their first big gut check. Can they answer back? Because they are getting blown out right now, 21-13.
Yeah, this is something that typically doesn't happen with the Freedom. You don't see these lopsided results that they're on the other end of. They're usually the lopsided givers. As this is going to be back-to-back aces from Penrose. Caps trying to smile it off, but this is going to a game 4. We know that now, 22-13.
Got to say, I think this is still one I'm calling the timeout right now because I don't want Penrose continuing to warm up. Regardless of the score, that's not a timeout for this set. This is for the sake of the match, potentially, that you're not letting him continue to get this rhythm.
That's 8 points in a row from Las Vegas. Carlson looked like Schuldenberg dove in front of Ferrer. They send this over. They're going to run Chapman off the shoulder of Ray for the kill. 9 in a row for Vegas. Not slowing down.
Very heads-up play, Team Freedom. Schuldenberg popped in front of Ferrer. That ball ricocheted off of Schuldenberg into Ferrer. That's why they had to send it over. They'd used 2 contacts right off the bat. Heads-up play by Ray to see that.
They give it back to Chapman with a tip, but underneath that was Elias. Cap swinging away wide. And this one, well, just a moment from game number 4. It's all been Jalen Penrose carrying this Rambler squad on his back, both offensively and now from behind the service line. Until there.
Man, I gotta know how Felix Chapman feels that he can get pulled off the pin and have another guy that is just as terrifying as him on the court. This is something that he has never had the luxury of during his time in the NVA. Must be nice to be able to just get in there, focus on the blocking, and help the team in that capacity.
Penrose pops this up, leaves it for Chapman, and that's wide, so New Jersey gets a couple in a row here late.
I don't know if you saw what he did there. He backed John Carlson off completely. Any ball in the court he was hitting. That was there was no outside option or middle option. There was just the Felix Chapman option. Same thing happening here.
And tooling the block. That's it for game number 3. The Las Vegas Ramblers take over midway through the set, and they score, well, 10 of the final 13 points to win this set, 25-15.
Real quick before we go into that, if you need a little something to enjoy during this 3-minute break, go watch the John Carlson route after he passed that ball on a full dead sprint, looking for a quick route while Chapman ran on the outside for the go ball. A little bit of fun for you. Just some a quick tidbit. Ira, we're going to be back for set number 4 in just a moment, though.
And New Jersey's going to finally face some adversity. We'll see if they're able to overcome that when we come back for game number 4. Test begins for New Jersey here in game 4. We're going to send it over to Noah Chaz for some insights heading into this next set.
Yeah, Ira, for the Ramblers, the switch up with Felix Chapman working, even though he's off the court for 3 rotations, moving him into the middle seemed to work, and Coach Miguel Monterola said, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to go back with that. Meanwhile, on the New Jersey Freedom side, talk with owner Justin Beaumont, but he is a coach-like figure on that team, and he said it was less really the Chapman change that he think messed up his guys. It was their own service pressure. They took their foot off the gas and did not put the pressure on like they did in those first 2 sets, and that's what gave the Ramblers a chance to get more in system and keep themselves out of system. So that's something they want to change here in this 4th. Ira?
Well, thanks for that, Noah. That was the worst set loss for New Jersey in the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
Probably not too hard to imagine that.
No, but again, this is that whole game of chess, right? I get where Edra's coming from, that they're not happy with their service pressure, but it seems like their prep was no matter where he is, we find Chapman until they start to overload, helping him too much. Maybe that opens some other holes on the court. But in this case, when you remove him from the service line altogether and put two true outsides, and Eric Beatty has been notorious for being a phenomenal ball control outside alongside of John Carlson, there's no more targets to go after, and I think that might be kind of putting them in a little bit of deer in headlights situation.
Well, we begin the fourth set. Jared Ray swinging away, so he gets the kill. And for Jared Ray, well, he's got 13 kills. So much for being nervous.
He's definitely answering the call. Plenty of time left to make his name known here. Matt Elias missing that one. You have to wonder if his hand's just even impacting the way he thinks about that one, having whether it's pain or even just concern that you're going to take off that bandage on his hand.
Better pass this time from Cap. So Penrose served it away, and they keep Penrose to one serve with a big smash from Ray.
Goodness gracious, Ray is just getting it done. Massive 4-4 swing right there. A little bit deeper in the court than true 4-4, but that was impressive all the same, just a sharp angle.
The most important thing is they take the ball out of Penrose's hand from behind the service line. Now Cap has a chance to bring it back, but he misses short.
Well, sometimes you hear the recognition that they're not happy with the lack of service pressure, and right now maybe that's creating a false sense of urgency for the guys on the Freedom to really execute cleanly. 2 missed serves to start the match. Not the great way to start.
So John Carlson to serve in a 2-2 fourth set. Cap lays out for that one. Ray again. Now Ray is heating up. If you're Las Vegas and he gets going, you're in deep doo-doo.
Absolutely, and it's not just trying to stop him. It's that you're going to have to start committing resources that then reopens Cap up on the outside. Ferreter maybe starting to get involved, and also Matt Seifert. And when you have to really start spreading back out again because Ray is turning on consistently, it's going to change what the entire blocking scheme looks like for Ramblers. And that's just a tough one to adjust here midway during the fourth set.
Here is Seifert to serve. Penrose from the back row just igniting as well. This is a Penrose versus Ray battle right now.
In true NVA fashion, the opposites are the only ones that want to get talked about.
Isn't Felix Chapman still on the team?
He's one of many.
Oh, there he is. He's serving, actually. Too long as Ian Cap ducks and covers.
Playing a game of dodgeball in the back line to make sure he doesn't get accidentally tagged as that one that just misses the end line.
I mean, at this point in the match, Cap's hair is already messed up, so what's a little haircut? Here's Ray. Off the tape, good job by Carlson to control. And then Vaz with a useful spot.
Going short to 4. That's so hard for the libero to defend. Very well acknowledged there. There was a help block coming in. That means the front row outside was helping with the double block on Kaveen. It means no one home for off blocker defense.
Schuldenberg went a long way for that ball, too, and still couldn't get it. 4-4 the score here in game 4. Ferreter getting involved offensively. Just the 4th kill of the match for Tim Ferreter.
Once again, that's a bit of that unlock that we were talking about, though. You know, they're respecting Ray on the D-ball, and there's no help on the outside there. The decision the Ramblers are making is you're basically leaving their right side blocker, Penrose, all by himself.
Tim Ferreter lands the ace. Carlson scrambled for it, but Tim Ferreter, the 10th ace for New Jersey.
Wow. All props to Ferreter being able to attack that line so deep in the court. What a great serve.
Gonna leave it for Vaz. And cross up there between Schuldenberg and Ferreter. Ball will fall in. Kaveen Vaz with his 4th kill. The numbers for Jalen Penrose right now are just sickening. 14 kills, no errors except on blocks, and 5 aces. Only 4 errors.
Wow. Yeah, that's a worthwhile note. The way you stat international, being blocked is not considered a hitting error when that one equates in, so that's probably a little new for some of our viewers that are used to the way that NCAA is statted. So
he's got he's been blocked 5 times, but I mean that's the other team's defense, not you. Most of the time. I mean, obviously, I mean,
your point stands. That's the way it's evaluated. That's why it's
and that's
that
fair.
way.
I mean, obviously, you could avoid hitting into the block. I understand the rationale NCAA uses for it being an error, but I digress. As Tom Burrell to serve. That's just Kevin Vaz disguise trouble when he does that.
A little bit of a drift set there. Push one, gets some space created, and Kevin Vaz really getting vertical. Gert Leisha using all of his size to lay that one up. 7-7, both these teams answering beautifully in the 4th set.
Jared Ray again. 16 kills now for Ray, and if New Jersey pulls this out after 2 sets, I thought our man of the match easily would have been Ian Cap with his surface pressure, but right now Jared Ray is making a strong case for consideration, and obviously Jalen Penrose has just been lights out for Las Vegas. It's a perfectly played ball back by me.
Yeah, get that game ball touch there, Ira.
With a pen in my hand, by the way.
Yep.
I got to sign the ball.
Give them the value that they're really looking for there. That's a nice tool off the block. Ramblers now get another chance. Can Penrose heat up? Not quite as great as your first contact.
I had to jump and avoid landing on the
one.
chair. That's another ace for Penrose. That's now 6.
We're gonna say that you were helping make sure Haley didn't get caught with that one.
Gotta take care of the newest member of our crew. By the way, are you impressed with the bum knee, how high I could jump there?
Yes.
I went up.
Is that the correct answer?
I went up like 9 inches. I thought I could get up. It hurt.
Swipe the credit card.
That's more than a credit card. It's like a phone book, but okay.
Okay, phone book.
If I didn't fall over a wall in Long Beach.
As far as I'm concerned, you're splitting hairs here, Ira.
Walking on the beach in the dark at 1 o'clock in the morning is bad for your health. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm not sure that doesn't sound a little devious or mischievous without context.
As that one is put down by Penrose, and Las Vegas takes the 1-point lead, 10-9. Long story short, Saturday night after of these events, the crew and the staff often go out, have dinner, maybe a couple drinks and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm already downtown Long Beach. I hadn't been to the beach at night yet. I wanted to go for a romantic little walk by myself. And let's just say
walked into a seawall.
Walked into a seawall. I couldn't see where I was going. So my knee's a little disfigured right now.
Well, I'm glad your eyes still work in the gym so that you can, call these matches alongside me here today. Maybe don't test them out at the beach again at 1 a.m.
Seifert serving away. Here's Penrose swinging again, and he plants it off the block of Burrell and Ferreter. This ball's disgusting.
Ira, do you need to go take a quick lap?
And that's left short. All right, pull ourselves together. We're professionals here.
Are you asking or telling me?
That was more of a yes. Here's Jared Ray to serve. 11-11 here in Game 4. New Jersey leading 2-1. He'll leave it for Vaz again. He finds the back corner. He's been efficient here in this 4th set.
All off the back of the passing. Getting John Carlson and Beatty on the floor has been the absolute game changer and quintessential part of this Ramblers comeback.
As Gert Leisha goes back to serve. The first thing I did when I fell over the seawall. I looked left, I looked right, made sure nobody saw it.
The seawall, or are you falling?
Me falling. I didn't want any evidence. As that's left short by Leisha.
We should have had the NVA challenge system out there for you.
I definitely had a foot fault. The fault was I had 2 feet. 12-12 here in the 4th set. Again, Ferreter leaving it short.
We're playing some real men's volleyball right now, just exchanging miss serves.
I think those of you watching this one, wherever you are around the country and perhaps the world, if you're going to walk on the beach in Long Beach at night, bring a flashlight. Or charge your phone so you have a flashlight. Here's Beatty. Tom Burrell with the quick snap there to get the winner. And Tom Burrell's only swung 7 times today. 6 times it's landed as a kill.
That's that efficiency we've talked about in the past. Does an absolutely wonderful job, no matter the size of the offensive load that he's expected to carry.
It's better than the 85% attack rate. They're going to leave it for Vaz, and he returns the favor.
I don't know that Carlson and Vaz knew who that was for, but Vaz just went up and cut that one off, threw it down quick.
So that's now 6 kills from Vaz. 14-13 Las Vegas here in game 4. He'll serve. And he leaves it short. 14-14. We're going to have a timeout on the next point, regardless of who scores it. And New Jersey hopes it's Matt Elias leading that charge.
I hope that both these teams talk about their serving in the timeout.
Chance here, Scholdenberg to cover. They leave it for Cap. Reach out and stuff someone. Chapman and Penrose with a big boy block. And the Ramblers lead 15-14 as we head to our technical timeout here in game number 4. Back for more in Long Beach. Back here courtside, 1-point lead for the Ramblers. Noah Chast on the sideline has some insights for us. Let's send it over to Noah.
Yeah, Ira, so listening to that Team Freedom timeout, they were addressing sort of how to defend Jalen Penrose, which is almost an oxymoron because he's sort of indefendable, as is that swing by baby John Carlson straight to the floor in that deep court. And that Freedom team discussing that maybe on that outside or right side blocker, they're getting tooled a lot off their hands, maybe taking it more, solidifying that line block and leaving some of that open court in the back corner and shifting that one defender back a little bit. So really just game plan on how to stop him defensively, which again is a hard thing to do.
Well, the fact that they're using these timeouts as efficiently as they can to try to come up with solutions just talks about just the high caliber of coaching on the sideline right now with Carlo Edger for New Jersey and Miguel Monterola for Las Vegas. As Ian Cap, he hasn't had an ace in a while. His team down 1. Too long. Scholdenberg with the pass. Ferreter, slugs it down the line. And Felix Chapman looks to be in some discomfort as he's grasping the top of his right shoulder.
Yeah, Gert Leish's elbow came down on his shoulder, I think, there, and just caught him pretty good. That was an absolutely insane swing from Ferreter. Penrose's only defensive move was to make sure he was defending himself so he didn't get blasted by that one.
And Nick, you're right, a collision there between Chapman and Leisha up on that block on the Ferreter smash.
Cypher looking to tie it here, and they can't keep it off the court. Chapman show no ill effects from that elbow. So he will serve. Vegas leading by 2, trying to force a 5th set. Kick save and a beaut as it comes over in play. And this will be freed over. Huge chance here for New Jersey. Burrell, rarely gets dug up, but he did there. And then Penrose makes him pay.
Wow, Penrose on the dig, turns it around, transitions, D-ball offense. Meanwhile, John Carlson and Chapman having a little bit of a chat about what they're trying to do on that offensive scheme. I think they got kind of turned around on, with Chapman in the back row, who's going to be hitting that ball, because obviously you want Chapman on the bick. So I think they were just kind of working that out.
What a play that was a moment ago by Schuldenberg, Ferreter, and Cap, as that is put away by New Jersey to basically keep the ball off the court when it was seemingly going down. Double kick save and then sent over before Penrose put it away. Great defensive effort for New Jersey, but they got to find a way to get these points consistently now. They're trading with Las Vegas, and they trail by 2 as Ray goes back to serve. Much better pass by Carlson. Here's Penrose, sticks it through the block of Burrell and Ferreter. And we are potentially heading to a 5th set now. That is 20 for Vegas. Leisha, your server. From the back row, Cap. Never, it's a back row attacker. They say as he was across the 10-foot line. And unless, New Jersey's got challenges to use, but they are not going to. They believe it was correct. And the lead is 4 for the Ramblers.
That is absolutely terrifying that Max Chamberlain is your third middle to replace a potentially injured Kaveen Vaz, who took one to the ankle there.
Schuldenberg to Ferreter, and that's off the fingertips. Couldn't be brought back by Emmett Enriquez, the libero. And here's Matt Buffum. Comes in to serve for Burrell. Buffum has an ace today. Correction, 2 aces, actually. And that is going to find its way to the floor. New Jersey takes Las Vegas to Rejection City. And now, New Jersey still alive, down 2. Schuldenberg with a big dig, be a joust here. Oh, Ray, but he can't be brought back by Buffum. And Eric Beatty alertly smacks down the free ball.
Yeah, heads up play by Beatty, avoiding the block. Good pursuit there by Buffum, but just could not bring it back. Jared Ray even got a pretty solid contact on that one, but there's just so much pace on so many of these balls. A quick note, Eric Beatty hit a float last time, was missing too many jump serves, so he's gone to that secondary serve. And wow, it's rewarded right there. Ace down the line, the off speed. Maybe we should have seen that earlier.
And Las Vegas, well, didn't look like much of anything, but that floater has put Vegas 2 points away from a decisive 5th set. Better pass here from Ferreter, and Tom Burrell, his first error of the afternoon. And the Las Vegas Ramblers have 5 set points at their disposal. Ray swinging away, brought back by Alicia. Enriquez has plenty of room for Penrose. And he gets blocked. Burrell with the stuff. Ian Cap also going up with him. So Seifert back in.
Unfortunately, with a very small group of blockers on either side of him with Cap and Elias, this is going to be one that Leisha sees that. I expect this to go backside to pick on Cap and give the finish off here.
They go to Penrose, gets a touch perhaps.
Yeah, there was a touch on that for sure.
Officials say no.
And that's
I definitely
challenge.
saw a touch.
Yeah, there's an immediate challenge.
And Las Vegas is almost certainly challenge this.
Penrose and Seifert, former Penn State teammates, chatting through the net. Couple Nittany Lions having a moment there.
That'll warm Noah Chast's heart, as he is a Penn State homer. We are Noah Chast.
Can we get a little clarification on why this isn't being challenged?
Interesting. Well, point for New Jersey. It's 2 in a row they've shaved off here. Dug up by Ray. They're going to leave it for Ray. And that's not going to be brought back despite John Carlson's best efforts to scale Mount Everest. And 3 in a row for New Jersey. Now 24-22 is the deficit. Still a big hill to climb for the Freedom. And Noah has some insights for us.
We're working on getting the mic going here for our man on the sideline. Quickly acknowledging there is a timeout called. The Ramblers a little bit out of sorts based on what we're about to get some clarification. They're struggling with that one, but 24-22, quick timeout call.
Yeah, so I think to clarify that before the timeout, the call that was on the floor was you can't challenge whether there was a touch in the back row. You can't challenge whether there was a touch in the back row. Is that what the discussion was? And so that's what. So you can only challenge a touch off the blocker. They believe there was a touch off a back row player that was not called, and you cannot challenge a touch off someone in the back row. That's what the discussion was on that point.
Okay, that makes a ton of sense. I disagree then. They should have challenged the block. That's an international standard because you don't know what camera angles will be provided. You cannot challenge touches a lot of the time in the backcourt. That's understood. But I thought I saw a massive block touch of the net.
So did I. Anyways, third set point coming up, and it ultimately ends here as Kaveen Vaz puts away the kill, and the Las Vegas Ramblers trying to pull off a colossal comeback. Utah Stingers had a reverse sweep yesterday. Las Vegas Ramblers trying to do the same today. The match of the year living up to expectations. Going to a 5th set, we'll take a break. You'll definitely want to rejoin us. Grab a stack and come back for more. Fifth set about to embark here in Long Beach, California. We've talked about this one all week, and it has lived up to expectations. New Jersey has their feet firmly flat in the ground right now. They are being tested. They need to find a way out of this corner. No Chess standing on the sideline. I don't know if he's got some answers for New Jersey, but they got to come from somewhere. Noah?
Yeah, Ira, this fifth set, the one we were all expecting here in this great battle between the Freedom and the Ramblers. Talking to Ian Cap, I asked him, what do you guys change for this next set? He said, I need to grow a couple inches or start jumping a lot higher because they're straight up just hitting over me. When he got a little bit serious after taking a moment to really laugh at himself, he said we need to put some more service pressure on. Talking to Jonathan Carlson of the Ramblers, same thing. He said it's a serve and pass game. We need to get the pass getting system and throw it up to the big man, Jalen Penrose. Ira?
Remember when I said it was a 9-3 advantage for aces for New Jersey over Las Vegas? It's 10-9 right now.
Yeah.
Most of that is Jalen Penrose. 6 aces to go 20 kills through 4 sets. They don't have an answer for him.
How could they? I mean, this is one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen. In full transparency, when this Ramblers team was put together at the beginning of the season, Felix Chapman was the selected right side, and out of nowhere, Penrose showed his interest to come participate and play with this team. And if you're the side of the Ramblers, owner Vinny Rodriguez, coach Miguel Monterola knew dang well right away, Felix Chapman, get him on the court. Penrose, get him on the court. Chamberlain, get him on the court. It doesn't matter. This is very reminiscent of the team we saw last year, getting Ryan Mather and Brandon Rattray on the court at the same time. Different personnel, same philosophy. It's all being applied here.
Dave Jalen Penrose against Mather, there's no way that Inland Empire beats him. Straight up.
Well, he was there, but he just was not yet finding his legs. He was struggling, and it was night and day.
If they had this version, I should say.
Okay, fair enough.
Let me rephrase that.
Well,
this version, the real Jalen Penrose.
Yes, I agree, and this is something I was talking with owner Vinny Rodriguez about. He knew how good Jalen was, but he didn't realize exactly what he was in for and wasting no time. I love that set selection from Gert Leisha. At this point in the match, you don't overthink it. You can set the ball, set number 10. Great. Let him carry you to the win in a 5-set reverse sweep.
He will serve. 21 kills now, 6 errors, 2 blocks. 11 kills from Felix Chapman, which is probably one of the lowest numbers of his career. And Cap gets shut down. Didn't grow the inches he needed, and Chapman leading the block with John Carlson, and Las Vegas leads 2-0.
When you've got this many all-stars, it's all about doing your part. And a guy like Felix Chapman, he doesn't care if he's got 1 kill or 100 kills. He wants the win. Oh, my goodness.
Laying out for that one was Cap stabbing at it one hand. Ray swinging away, and he tools the block for his 19th kill.
Nicely done. Ray continuing not to be rattled in the moment. We've mentioned it a bit, almost like a challenge to him as the young guy is stepping up and really getting his first mouthful of what high-level volleyball looks like here in the NVA.
By the way, 4th set, New Jersey Team Freedom hit 67%. Wasn't enough. Why? Las Vegas hit 71%. Wow. Can this be brought back? No, not enough room for Elias. Not worth risking life and limb. 3-1 Las Vegas. And that's now 22 kills from Jalen Penrose. Short by Carlson, and he can't believe it. New Jersey within 1. They got to start stringing together consecutive points now. Race to 15. Wow, what a save by Cap, diving out of bounds, and then miscommunication between Ray and Seifert, who hug it out. And that wasted effort by Ian Cap with one of the finest defensive plays you'll ever see. Here is Felix Chapman, so dangerous behind the service line. Good pass by Schuldenberg. They leave it for Burrell, who leaves no question.
Wow, what a swing from Burrell. Gotta say, Sam Schuldenberg being picked up as the second libero to complement John Cunningham, who's not here this weekend, has been just absolutely lights out. Again, talking about exciting to see some of these pieces from Tornadoes get involved, and glad to see he's still here in the league.
They're going to leave it here for Beatty. Blocked back. Vaz sends it to Penrose. That never went over.
Yeah, it did. He caught the hand.
Well, New Jersey's not going to challenge it. From my angle, I didn't think that caught hand. I thought it caught tape, but it doesn't matter. It goes down as kill 23 for Penrose.
Penrose backpedaling out of the way. He almost ran back into that one accidentally, so had a quick dodging moment as they take a 5-3 lead. Gertlisch has been hitting this hybrid. He hit his first top spin out of it the last time around. Hits another one there.
Here's Ferreter. Reach out and stuff someone. Triple block. Penrose, Vaz, and Beatty. Timeout, New Jersey. They're in trouble zone now, down 3. We'll be back for more in Game 5. Back here courtside, Ira Thor, Nick England, Noah Chast as New Jersey down 3 in Game 5 after they won the first 2 sets, 25-20 and 25-22. Oh, dump on 2, sneaky Matt Elias with the ollie.
And Ira, in that timeout by the New Jersey Freedom, they were discussing something that the Ramblers discussed in that first or second set that was saying, hey, on these out-of-system balls, give ourselves a high set, but let's avoid the high hands of someone like a Penrose. Let's be strategic but easy with it. The other thing was if they have any ball that need to free over, they want to target the setter and test the hands of the libero of the Ramblers. But the hands of Kevin Vaz and Jalen Penrose, no need for a test there. They aced that one with the block to the floor.
Wow. Just wow. That is the 16th, actually correction, 17th block point for the Ramblers in this match.
Their control on their net has been pivotal in their turnaround here.
Burrell got blocked back. He's been red hot. Ferreter, Schuldenberg, and Ray, nobody could bring it back. And now this version of the Ramblers has woken up and they don't look to be stoppable. Teams will switch sides at 8-4. Listen, I saw Jalen Penrose play at Penn State. I called Penn State's matches when they're in New Jersey. He was a good player for the Nittany Lions. He wasn't this. This is special.
I mean, he is pretty easy argument right now for the most dominant player in the league. This is against one of the best teams in the league. He is making everyone out here look like they're unworthy of sharing the court with him. He is untouchable, unstoppable, and if he's involved with the play, it's going the way of the Ramblers.
And he was on the court with last year's most outstanding player in the NVA, Felix Chapman, who looks almost pedestrian right now. Here's Ian Cap. And the miscommunication. Gert was saying go, 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 and they did not.
Kevin and Penrose got a perfect block touch.
And I guess you blame that there on the libero. Enriquez. Got to be his ball?
Nope, that is absolutely Gertlisch's ball. That one's got to fall next to him. He's got to take that. It's on, 25%, right 25% of the court.
Look at you defending liberos.
Well, I like a certain level of reasonability.
That's put away there for Jared Ray. So if New Jersey's got any hope, they got to find him more. He's been their guy. He's now got 20 kills.
The other thing is I look at when you talk about operating out of system, I really trust virtually every guy in the Ramblers to be that second setter to set the high ball. You just need it to go up. You can't afford
Fair.
to have the miscommunication.
That's fair for sure. Vaz just towering over Seifert. Think about that. Seifert at 6'10", and Vaz hit it over him.
Arguably an easier set. Someone coming from the left side of the court to face and set the ball to Penrose, because now you don't have to have the ball going over your shoulder for Leisha.
So Vaz, that's his 10th kill. We'll have a sub here is Vaz to come out, and the other Thor, Jacob Vanderbeek, returns to serve. See if he can get the Ramblers to 10. Ray swinging away. He misses long.
A 4-point lead in a race to 15. Freedom's got to find an answer now, but that means they're going to have to outscore the Ramblers almost 2-1 all the way through the end of this match if they want to come back into this.
And the odds of that, not likely.
Very high. Especially with the next server after Vanderbeek's queued up to be Penrose.
They're going to leave it for Seifert, and he is blocked by big Felix Chapman. And the Ramblers right now are about to make the Texas Tyrants the only unbeaten team remaining in the NVA.
Second massive reverse sweep in 2 days. Really speaks to the parity in the league. Hey, props to Team Freedom for coming out and kind of throwing that haymaker and making the Ramblers respond. But right now we're seeing why this Ramblers team is one to be feared.
Las Vegas Ramblers about to end New Jersey's streak at 13 consecutive regular season matches won. The last time New Jersey lost a regular season match was June of 2021. Down the line. Oh, what a save by Cap. Schilderberg's there, and he'll free it over. And that just sets up Chapman for an error. Oh, my. I thought that clipped the corner.
I think that ball was in myself. I'm challenging something.
I mean, if you're New Jersey, you challenge anything right now. Use it or lose it.
So the way I foresee this going, they're saying they didn't net. If they didn't net, they're going to challenge. Then if I'm the Ramblers and I lose that challenge, I challenge in the corner and look for that. So there's a little bit of poker to be played here.
Yeah, I agree. I was just thinking that exact thing before you said it. You articulated it so well. You got the challenges. You got one here in this fifth set. Use it or lose it. This is the time. Can't take it home with you on United. So you look at the replay here, and it was pretty straightforward that New Jersey had a net violation on the block. That thing rattled like an old washing machine. So no need for Vegas to then use theirs, and this opens it up to 5, 12-7.
I think this one's putting the last couple nails in the coffin. A 5-point lead with only 3 more to go.
And that's left short by Penrose as he heads it back to the Freedom.
We'll still see that that's 3 timeouts or stoppages of play used on Penrose that have given him some trouble. So maybe they don't win the challenge, but not a bad time to use it all the same.
Ramblers win this, they will have won 12 of their last 13 matches since a 5-set loss to the Texas Tyrants last season. That includes the playoffs. And Penrose just punishes that one. John Carlson has the ball 13-8 as the Las Vegas Ramblers trying to put finishing touches on what will be one of the most impressive reverse sweeps we've ever seen. Jared Ray says, well, we're going to play on for a moment. This isn't over yet. Don't put a final printed stamp on that resume for the Ramblers. Seifert down 4 here.
Good pass here. Expect Chapman getting the ball coming around. I wouldn't even be surprised if they set him on a backside 5 ball and they don't swing him into the middle.
That's wide.
Well, there's the run to the middle, but
I think that's the last time Felix Chapman sees a ball today, unless it's a free ball. Amazingly,
that's a setter error, though. I mean, I think that that one got left completely low. There was not a whole lot of options there.
I mean, honestly, it's only his second error of the whole match. Amazingly.
Yeah, I would still be setting him here as my option.
Well, let's see if they listen to you. They do. I apologize, Felix. I was wrong. Get the ball every time.
I feel about as strongly about that as opinion as I did with Noah last night in that Chicago match, that when you've got Josh Blair on the court, if you have to set him a 2-ball and throw that to the same thing to the ceiling, you do it. That's your answer right there.
4 match points for Las Vegas. Still 3 to work with after that fall to the floor by Chapman. That kill by Felix puts him at 12 for this match.
And right now, again, good pass goes Kaveen Vaz. The middles have been the answer here when it's that in-system ball, and expect not to see you going Beatty outside, although there's a mismatch with him and Elias. But I think Kaveen Vaz is the answer.
Penrose reach out and stuff someone. Ferreter and Tom Burrell, well, they've shaved off 2 of them. And the first time in a while that Penrose has gotten blocked. And he waves hello to his friends on the Freedom side. Well done.
If there is another point scored here, definitely expect a timeout coming from the side of the Ramblers. I'm almost surprised they're not using one right now, just so they can call them back-to-back should they want to. But Miguel Monterola confident in his guys to get this one sorted out.
Match point number 3.
Perfect.
That's by Beatty. They're going to go to Penrose. Blocked back. They're going to give it to Penrose again. Why not? Dug off the net by Burrell. Here's Ray swinging away. Ramblers try to win it here. It won't happen yet. Double block. Tom Burrell and Matt Elias. New Jersey down 14-10. A point away from tying now.
Good pass. I still want to see it go to Kaveen Vaz. As good as we have seen Penrose here on the right side, the D-ball option is harder to get when there is a double block in front of him. Go to the middle if you've got the pass. Kaveen Vaz has been very effective. I want to see that happen.
I'll tell you what, Nick. I mean, if New Jersey finds a way to tie this, regardless of the outcome of this 5th set, I mean, talk about the greatest match ever played in NVA history.
It very well could be.
This is rivaling that Ramblers Tyrants match from last year. Common opponent, Ramblers always involved.
Yeah, well, we'll see how this one goes. I think we got a little bit more insight. Noah, what's the conversation like on the side of the Ramblers?
Yeah, Coach Miguel just saying, hey, we need one pass. Just one pass is all we need. And almost maybe disagreeing with you about the difficulty of the set. And I could be misreading it. It looks like he pointed to Jalen and said, just one for our guy. Just get one more for our guy. So I think they're going to go to him.
Yeah, I don't think that's wrong. I just think that they're getting keyed on. There's a double block guaranteed that he's hitting into. We'll see how it goes.
Match point number 4. And the setter dump on 2 ends it as Gert Leisha takes matters into his own hands, and the Las Vegas Ramblers survive, and they beat New Jersey here in 5 sets. Your score in the reverse sweep, 20-25, 22-25, 25-15, 25-22, and 15-13 what felt like it could have been 25. New Jersey has tasted defeat in the regular season for the first time since June of 2021, but it took a 5-set reverse sweep for that to happen by the defending champions.
Well, Las Vegas Ramblers had a heck of a lineup queued up here. They had to go in and compete against 2 undefeated teams in New Jersey Freedom and San Diego Wild. The only team they didn't face that was undefeated this weekend was the Texas Tyrants, and both of those matches, the Las Vegas Ramblers taking their wins. You could tell there was a little bit of dissatisfaction on their side with the way that match against the Matadors went, and they were here this weekend. They weren't messing around. They wanted to showcase exactly what they were capable of.
If anything, that match against the Matadors now standing as a wake-up call for Las Vegas that, hey, you guys are not invincible. Team that rolled through the end of last year after that loss to the Tyrants, rolled to the championship in probably as dominant fashion as we've ever seen in the short history of the league. Today, they have marked their territory. We're not just the defending champions. We're a team that's going for 2 in a row. And New Jersey, Texas, both of them on the clock is not there yet. It's still the Ramblers League.
Yeah, and one of the things that I look at here isn't just the actual performance on the court. I look at what it means for those teams. And the fact that this team was so confident to remove Felix Chapman from the pins, put him in the middle, give Chamberlain a breather there, and then rely on Beatty and Carlson, 2 guys that have just barely played together at all, to get that service line, reception figured out, and then just handily change the way they're running that offense 100% through Penrose, barely seeing any sets to the outside at all. And this team just turned it on.
Yeah, it just goes to show with the faith that they have in all the other options that they have. When you put Felix Chapman in the middle and he becomes that second option, the guy who was the best player in the league, basically from start to finish last year, there's some new pieces in this league, the Jared Rays, the Jared Penrose, Jalen Penroses of the world, who are making the NVA not just a league that is still in its infancy. It is now grown to a big boy league with some players from around the country that have arrived and put professional volleyball on notice. Hey, we got something special going on here in Long Beach. That's the second match in a row that Penrose is your man of the match. Puts up just huge numbers. We're going to hear from him in a moment. But for the Las Vegas Ramblers, they are now 3-1 on the year, their biggest win to date.
Well, we have one of our guys on the camera crew not around to cut over to Noah. So let's we're going to get it in 1 second. They'll be right back over here. So 1 second, I do want to take a quick step back. Up next, we've got Utah Stingers, Southern Exposure. Stingers, we've talked about the potential for that fatigue, right off of their reverse sweep yesterday. Is that going to play a factor here? Well, they're going to be taking on that Exposure squad that is fighting for that win. We'll talk about that more in a bit. We've got a guy now ready to go over to the sideline. Noah, take it away with our man of the match.
Oh, Jalen Penrose, he's done it again. 24 kills, 6 aces, 5 blocks. Talk about the resilience of this team in a reverse sweep.
Resilience, like you just said. I mean, we didn't give up. We stuck through. Of course, there were some tough times, but, we communicated a little bit more. I think that's the key thing, and that's what I think did the job.
Everyone expects you and Felix Chapman to go swing for swing on the pins. You make a change, move him to the middle, and it works out. Talk about your teammate Felix.
He just can adapt to anything. He's an athletic person. I mean, even the same thing with me. The first, event I was moved to middle. We got pieces that we can move around everywhere and get the job done. So if we're not doing a good job on one end, we can do something else and try it, and it can work. So, and it did. So
you come in this event, the Wild undefeated, you take them down. Freedom undefeated, jump on you 2-0, you take them down. How strong is this Rambler team?
Personally, I didn't know any of that. I don't pay attention to stuff like that, but I can speak on our team like you just asked them. We're, like you said, we're resilient and we just fight. We want to play volleyball. We're a good group of guys. We all know each other, whether it's through college, playing against each other, with each other. So we're familiar with each other's game, and we just play. And then when things aren't going well, we talk and we figure out a solution, and then we go.
Jalen Penrose proving himself to be a force to be reckoned with in this league, as are the Rambler team. He is your man of the match. Jalen, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Remember when we said a couple days ago that Josh Blair was probably the front runner for newcomer of the year, and then Jared Ray came along and kind of took that baton from him, and we were like, Ray is going to be the newcomer of the year. It's that guy right now.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those things that we start to look at. That's why I kind of made the comment, what if you just got to make a team And that is something that's crazy to think of. You know, Penrose on the right, Ray on the left. You got Josh Blair in the middle. You know, we've seen Gert Leisha now as a newcomer, also as a setter, doing a great job. We talked a little bit about the difficulty on the responsibility. He hasn't played the game in a couple of years, was hanging out in Orange County, kind of the word slowly spreading with the league. Found out he was available, and with the absence of Michael Keegan in that Ramblers squad, a new spot opened up. So he got that chance, and he's coming in.
And he may not even be the final person to have hands at setter for Las Vegas this year. We'll have to see what develops there as the season goes on. Final numbers here, just real quick. Jalen Penrose, 24 kills, 5 blocks, 6 aces. Just sensational effort. One of the finest all-around efforts you'll see probably in years here.
I just did the quick math.
52%. He had plus 20 on the day.
That puts him at 35 points, only 1 point behind the all-NVA record by his now teammate, Felix Chapman, last year during his heroic effort.
And Felix was all kills that day.
Yeah.
Which is just staggering what Jalen was able to do today. 13 kills for Felix Chapman. Kaveen Vaz hit 71% with 10 kills. In a losing cause, Jared Ray had 21 kills for New Jersey. He, however, was the only player in double figures. We'll see when they get Joe Norman back and they're able to shift Ray to the outside, how that changes the dynamic of the New Jersey Freedom side. New Jersey did finish with 10 aces, one more than the Ramblers, who did not pick another one up the rest of the match. But for the Ramblers, they improved to 3-1 in the year. They have now knocked off 2 unbeaten juggernauts in this league, the young juggernauts in the San Diego Wild, who are not your typical expansion team, and New Jersey, which tastes defeat for the first time since June of 2021 as they fall to 3-1 on the season, still in first place in their division. That'll do it for this match, which has been our marquee match, which we circled all weekend, and it certainly lived up to all of the expectations and then some. Reminder, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern. We have our third of 4 matches today. It'll be my final match of the weekend as the Utah Stingers take on the Orlando Southern Exposure in a match that, well, Utah, let's see if there is any fatigue after their own reverse sweep yesterday. You know, they were the team that kind of inspired Las Vegas that they could get the job done today, and the Ramblers did just that, winning today in 5 sets. For our entire amazing crew, including Noah Chess on the sideline and my partner Nick Englund, I'm Ira Thor. This one was worth the price of admission. We hope you enjoyed it. Until we talk to you at 3 Eastern, or 3 Pacific and 6 Eastern. Be well, everybody.